Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in a Fortnite video. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys the best settings to use whether you guys like to build fast or if you guys like to build smooth in this game. I'm going to show you guys the best settings / sensitivities you guys should use if you are looking to build fast or smooth in this game. And real quick, before we get into the video, up on the screen I have the V-Buck giveaway winner of this week. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday, so if you guys would like to enter the next giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do turn on post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video and when I announce the winners. And lastly, leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And lastly, make sure you guys do support me in the item shop. All you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in creator code YoungHumor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator in the item shop. And alright guys, let's right to the video. Alright, so in this video, like I said, I'm going to show you guys the best sensitivity to use whether you guys would like to build fast or if you guys would like to build smooth in this game. And I really do feel like you can build fast or smooth on really any sensitivity in this game. Just some sensitivities like the one I'm going to show you guys in this video just make it 10 times easier to do. So if you guys are looking to build fast or smooth, definitely try out the settings I have in this video because they will help you guys out a lot. And I think these settings are going to be very good and going to help out the majority of you players. Now, the first set of settings I want to go into are going to be the smooth settings. These settings are going to help you guys build a lot more smooth in this game. So just going into the settings, this is exactly what I have. So for my editing multiplier, I have it on a 1.9x, and then for my building, I have it on a 2.0, and going down into my X and Y sensitivity, my horizontal and vertical speed, I have a 46% and a 45%, so this is a little bit towards the maybe low, medium to maybe low sensitivity, because if you want to build smoothly, the best thing you can have is a lot more control, and these settings specifically will give you a ton of control. And because I think my main sensitivity I've been using for a while has been like a 46 and 46% with a 2.5 building and editing, which is extremely quick. Right now I play on a 47% X and Y sensitivity. So I usually play on a high sensitivity just because that's what I'm used to as far as my building and editing. But these settings for me feel way smoother than what I'm used to, and I have a lot more control over my builds when it comes to building, editing, and also aiming. These settings can be very good for aiming as well. I feel like I have a lot more control over my building and editing, and overall just way more smooth to what I'm used to. So I recommend giving these settings a try if you guys are looking to build a lot more smoothly in this game. And just going to the bottom settings, these don't have anything to do with building fast or smooth, but if you guys are curious on what I have, I do have a 9%, a 10% for my ADS sensitivity. I have no look damping time. My dead zones are a 10% and a 10% for my move stick and also my look stick. And then I have the foot controller setting off. This adds input delay, so you don't want to have this setting on. So those are just the bottom part of my settings if you guys are curious and just wanted to see exactly what I had at the bottom. You guys can give these settings out a try, but mainly the most important parts are going to be your X and Y sensitivity, your building, and also your editing sense, because your building and editing sense is directly correlated to your X and Y sensitivity. So for example, if you play on a 50% X and Y, so you play on a 50% horizontal and vertical speed, and you play on a 2x building and editing sensitivity, all that means is that it's going to be 2x the speed of your X and Y sensitivity, which is going to be on a 50%. So your X and Y sensitivity directly correlates to how fast the multiplier of your building and editing speed is. So a 2x building sensitivity is going to feel a lot different on a 40% than if you play it on a 70% X and Y. So like I said, with these settings, these are probably my favorite settings to build with when it comes to building smoothly. I feel like I'm really smooth. Everything feels crisp. Nothing feels too jagged, and at the same time it's really good because these settings are just fast enough to the point where I didn't have any problems. I was able to do all the retakes I was previously, but now I'm able to do them a lot smoother. So that's the key you want to have. You also, because when you're coming with a smooth sensitivity, obviously you want to be on the lower end, but at the same time, if you end up going too low, what can happen is there's going to be a lot of retakes in the game you're not going to be able to do, because there's just certain retakes that when you're doing them, you have to move very quickly from, if you're going for like a quick edit, the edit's right in front of you, you have to play on a decently high sensitivity. So with these settings specifically, I liked them a lot just because I was able to get off all of the retakes that I previously had. I didn't have any problems whatsoever on any retakes that I was trying to do. Obviously, some retakes would have been a little bit better on a faster sense. So all in all, the smooth settings that I have in this video, I think are the very best smooth settings to use in this game. So definitely give them a try if you guys are looking to build smooth. So next, I want to show you guys the fast sensitivity that I recommend. If you guys are looking to build a lot quicker, if you guys are looking to build fast, definitely use these settings. Give them out a try. So now going into my fast settings, now for my editing speed, I have it on a 2.4 and my building is a 2.3, as long as my horizontal and vertical speed is both on a 49%. So that's going to be the fast sensitivity settings that I have. Now I also did like having a 2.4 building and a 2.4 editing, but I really did like 2.3 as well. So I guess it's just based on your preference, but these settings are really good for a lot of reasons. And the first reason being, when you want to build fast, you also want to make sure you're not building too sloppy. You want to make sure you're not overusing materials that you shouldn't be using. So for example, one of the big problems a lot of people do have when they play on fast sensitivities is, of course, they have the benefit of being able to quickly, but at the same time, if you're not careful, you can accidentally waste a ton of materials, which can cost you a lot of games. So if you're in a game and you only have maybe 200 materials and you play in a really fast sensitivity, you can find yourself easily burning through way too many materials that you shouldn't be using. So sometimes playing on just a little bit lower sensitivity that's obviously still quick, but not too quick, can really give you the benefit of not wasting any extra materials that you don't have to use. So that's why I really like these settings a lot, because I feel like for me personally, I do have the control that I want while also still having the speed, and that was one of the most crucial things I was really wanting to have when I choose my sensitivity. And for me personally, I really do like the fast sensitivity settings. I do play on fast settings myself, not when it comes to X and Y, but more building and editing speed. I really do like having the extra speed there, just because in my games I play a lot of tryhard players, so being able to build very quickly, very fast, and very efficiently is going to be crucial for me. So these settings in particular I really do like. And as far as the bottom part of the settings, they're the exact same as the smooth ones. I just have the 9% and 10% for my ADS sensitivity, 10% dead zone, and then note foot control. Everything else, like I said, is exactly the same. The only thing I change is going to be the X and Y sensitivity and the building and editing sense. And that's really the only part that matters when it comes to how your builds feel and how fast it actually is. So like I mentioned, I really do like these settings a lot because I feel like I'm very quick, but at the same time I still have the control I need to where I'm not accidentally placing materials all over the place. I have a lot of control over my builds. So that's why these settings in particular I like a ton. And the reason why I play on like a I think I'm on a 49% X and Y sensitivity. A lot of you guys who like fast settings do tend to like the higher sensitivities, but I feel like with all the aim assist nerfs in the game, I personally probably would never go over a 50% X and Y sensitivity. So I'm choosing fast or maybe smooth settings. I do like to stay in the ranges of 40, and that's pretty much all the settings I've had for the past, I couldn't even mention how long. I've always been in the 40%. I've tried out 50, I've tried out like mid 50s. But for me, they tend to be a little bit too high. I know a lot of you guys like the 50s and maybe 60 sensitivities, but I think in the 40 range is really good for a lot of reasons, because as I mentioned before with all the aim assist nerfs, going above the 40% X and Y sensitivity, in my view, I think is just a little bit too high, just because I don't have as much control as I need. So that's why I like to have all my settings in the ranges of the 40% when I choose the X and Y sensitivity. And then for the fast and smooth settings, I just base it off of the building and editing speed that I want. So when it comes to choosing the right sensitivity settings, so whether you guys like to build fast or if you guys like to build smooth, there really is only just a couple of factors that might determine whether you should play fast or you should play smooth. And one of those, as I mentioned earlier, so one of the biggest pros for building fast, obviously, is going to be able to build quickly. So if you're getting shot from multiple directions, you're going to be able to build behind you. You're going to be able to build to your sides very fast and very efficiently. You can still do it pretty quickly on smooth settings, but of course, with fast settings, you're going to be able to do so. And the biggest con of having fast settings is, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, is going to be accidentally wasting too many materials. So if you build too quickly, a lot of times what can happen is you can accidentally place a lot of mats, which in turn can have you lose a lot of materials. So if you feel like you're the type of player to be losing a lot of mats in game, you feel like you just never have materials, maybe playing on smooth settings might be the right option for you. And so for smooth settings, one of the biggest pros that you can have is going to be having a lot more control over your builds. You're not going to be wasting as many materials. It's going to be a lot more accurate, and you're just going to be a lot more precise over your builds. And then the biggest con is just going to be if you're getting shot from multiple different directions, it can be a little bit difficult to turn around fast enough to protect all of your angles. So there is pros and cons to each of the settings, so definitely just choose which one you feel is right for you. But with that being said, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching. Also, make sure you guys do turn on the post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new upload. And as well, I do live stream every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So definitely come by my live streams if you guys haven't already. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.